Summer sleet, snow, and freezing rain is long gone, but impacts, they still continue. Today's Wednesday, January 28th. Here's what you gotta know. It's like roadways continue because temperatures have been freezing every night and moisture still left over, so naturally, any moisture that's left on roadways will refreeze every night. In addition to that, this morning, some areas of patchy fog could very well freeze on surfaces. That's called freezing fog, but unfortunately, this could cause some additional slick spots, on top of lowered visibility. The temperature makes it above freezing today between 11 a.m. and noon. After that, we spent the entire afternoon with above freezing temperatures, a high near 41 and sunshine. That's going to help dry out the roads, and it's going to help melt any of the ice still on the roads. 51 degrees expected on Thursday, but every night through next Monday, we're expecting freezing temps. 43 for the high Friday, 32 on Saturday, a very cold day, 45 on Sunday, and 55 next Monday. We should see some improvement on the roadways during the afternoons, especially Thursday and Friday. Use caution on the roads, always, but especially the next several mornings.
As we warm up over the next few days, the risk of any burst pipes in your home will only increase. This is because the water is de-thawing in the pipes, and if you do have a leak, it will now become exposed. Plumbers say repairs can get expensive, especially if you have to replace carpet or wood floors. They recommend you continue to keep your faucets running at a slow trickle. Also, leave cabinets open and consider using a space heater to keep them warm. Plumbers are expecting dozens of calls for ruptured pipes throughout the week here in North Texas. I spoke with Jason over at Baker Brothers. He says if you do have a burst pipe, the first thing you should do right away is shut off the water to your house and then call them or another reputable licensed plumber right away. At Baker Brothers, they say they have enough guys to get to your home the same day.
The eastbound lanes of Highway 114 at 26 in Grapevine are back open this morning. It's about 6:20 a.m. After being closed for nearly 2 hours. I'm WFAA reporter Morgan Young. Grapevine police say that this is a result of a driver of an 18-wheeler losing control of the vehicle earlier this morning because of the slick roadways, actually hitting a barrier. Police say another tractor trailer actually hit that vehicle after that 18-wheeler crashed, and it shut down all eastbound lanes of 114 in this area, again, for a couple of hours this morning. So what we're seeing at about 6:20, we saw that scene clear just a few minutes ago. We see some trucks that are very slowly going down this roadway and treating it, and you can see those vehicles that have been waiting there for a long time, slowly creeping behind, finally able to move. Just another reminder that even as we are warming up, even as we are seeing our roadway conditions get better, there are still some really slick spots out there, and first responders and law enforcement are asking drivers who are getting out today to be careful. In Irving, they're saying that they're responding to more vehicle crashes than usual, and they're asking people to be very careful.
We know a lot of people planning on getting back out on the roads this Wednesday morning, but a reminder, it's still very dangerous out there. In fact, very perilous on I-30 starting last night into this morning. This is a backup on the eastbound service road at Beltline caused by an 18-wheeler crash, and that's after the main lanes were shut down earlier in the morning because of an 18-wheeler crash there as well. So there is still plenty of black ice out there on Wednesday morning. As I was driving out, I noticed vehicles dropping their speed 30, 40 miles per hour on the highway and also driving with their flashers on. Not a bad idea, because that black ice, which it is hard to spot, it can be difficult to see, it is out there. And also, don't get lulled into a false sense of security, because the roads were looking good yesterday. Anytime things melt and then refreeze, it just makes things that much more dangerous again.
I ran across the ice until I fell in and I swam to them. All I could think to do is just try to pick them up and put them on the ice. But when I put them on the ice, they would just break. Like, it just kept breaking off, and I just couldn't save them. EJ he wanted to be a football. Caleb was sweet and like gentle, and Howard was goofy. They were going to be something in life. They were too smart and too intelligent, you know. They had something going for them.
What do you want parents just to know and people to understand?
That it can happen to you. Like you think it can't, but it can.
The strangest thing just happened to me. You can probably see some blue and red lights reflecting in my face. I am perfectly fine. I am not under arrest. I am not in trouble. However, I was on my way home from the late shift at WFAA on Tuesday night, and was on Interstate 30 going westbound. Was in a very big traffic backup. I knew there was a jackknife tractor trailer because I could see it. But anyway, a Grand Prairie police officer stepped in front of my car, and basically I am the lucky person who is literally leading the pack here. They're shutting the interstate down ahead of me because they say they need to get some salt and sand trucks in because they say it is icy, and they say there's a pileup ahead of me. So here we go. We're waiting. Don't know how long this is going to take, but it's an indication it is dangerous. That was something. Okay, it is now 1 o'clock in the morning. It was 11:20 or so when the interstate was shut down right in front of me. It was not a pileup up ahead. It was just multiple small crashes, I was told. This was through Grand Prairie. Anyway, they forced us to exit the interstate, and I took some back streets and went probably no more than 15 or 20 miles an hour the entire way. There was a part of me that was frustrated. I was like, I just want to go home. But I decided to think about the fact that had that interstate not been shut down right in front of me, maybe I would have gotten into a crash right there. Maybe I would have been the one that happened to. So trying to keep good perspective. Anyway, bottom line is I am home. I am very grateful. And I am really ready for spring.